Hello students, in this video I am going to explain you about the transportation in animals. Okay, so transportation in animals is done with the help of a system called as circulatory system. Okay, the circulatory system is responsible for the transport of various substances in human beings. What are the various substances? They may be gas, it may be gases, it may be nutrients, it may be hormones. Okay, all these substances are transported in the body with the help of a circulatory system. Okay, so it is composed of heart, arteries, veins, and blood capillaries. Is it clear? So blood plays the role of the carrier of the substances. Okay, we'll see. What about the heart? Heart is a muscular organ which is composed of cardiac muscles. Heart is made up of what? Cardiac muscles. They are generally involuntary muscles, which is not under the control of our will. It is so small that it can fit inside the adult's fist. Okay, and that means size of your heart is approximately the size of your fist. Okay, the heart is pumping organ which pumps the blood. So two terms are there, you should know: systole and diastole. Systole means what? Contraction of cardiac muscles. These you can see here the diagram of heart, which is a four chamber. Okay, so these muscles will contract and relax. The process of contraction of cardiac muscles is called as systole, whereas the relaxation of cardiac muscles is called as diastole. See, there are some blood capillaries in our body, okay, which helps in the transportation. So these are arteries, veins, and capillaries. We'll get see one by one. Arteries. These are the thick-walled blood vessels which carry oxygenated blood from the heart to the different organs. Arteries are generally blood vessels which carry oxygenated blood. Okay, and these blood vessels are generally thicker blood vessels. Okay, veins. These are the thin-walled blood vessels which carry deoxygenated blood, or also we can say impure blood from the different organs to the heart. What about the capillaries? These are the blood vessels which have sickle-celled walls. They carry what? Sometimes impure, sometimes pure blood. So they carry mixed blood, we can say also. What is blood? Blood is a connective tissue which plays the role of a carrier for various substances in the body. Blood is composed of plasma, blood cells, and platelets. The next slides we will see the different components of blood, which is mainly contains what? Plasma. Okay, in the plasma, 90% water is there and 10% organic and inorganic substances. Apart from that, it contains blood cells or blood corpuscles like RBC, WBC, and platelets. Okay, we'll see in the next slides. Okay, see, blood plasma. Blood plasma is a pale colored liquid which is mostly composed of water. Blood plasma forms the matrix of the blood. The fluid present in the blood is called as what? Blood plasma. Okay, what about the blood cells? Now, there are two types of blood cells, RBC, WBC. Okay, RBC actually contains what? Hemoglobin, red color pigment. You see in this slides, RBC, red blood corpuscles or red blood cells also you can say. These are red color because the presence of hemoglobin, which is a pigment. Hemoglobin radially combines with oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, and transport of oxygen happens through the hemoglobin only. Hb can combine with the oxygen, it will form HbO2. Hb can combine with the CO2, it will form HbCO2. Okay, some part of carbon dioxide is also transported through the hemoglobin. Now what about the WBC, white blood corpuscles? These are the pale white color. They play important role in immunity. They produce actually what? Antibodies, which helps in killing the bacteria. Okay, so we can say they are the soldiers of our body also. What about the platelets? Platelets are responsible for blood coagulation. Okay, it helps the blood to clot actually. So whenever there is a cut in the body, so these platelets will go and accumulate over there, that surface, and it helps in the clotting of blood. So blood coagulation is a defense mechanism which prevents the excess loss of blood in case of an injury. Okay, whenever there is an injury, at times blood platelets are there which will clot the blood at that particular place. In this video, we will see about the heart component. Okay, what are the heart components? Actually, our heart is what? Four chamber. You can see here left atrium, two upper chamber is called as what? Atrium, and two lower chamber is called as what? Ventricle. You can see. Okay, right atrium, left ventricle, and right ventricle. Okay, see the here some blood from the upper part of the body is entering into the right atrium through anterior vena cava. Okay, and from the lower part of the body is entering into the right atrium through the posterior vena cava. You can see here anterior vena cava brings blood from the anterior part of the body, whereas the posterior vena cava brings blood from the posterior part or lower part of the body. Am I clear? So this is a blood is entering into the right atrium. Whenever right atrium contracts, so this blood from the right atrium goes to the right ventricle. Okay, here only one tricuspid valve is there. Okay, which helps in the unidirectional flow of liquid. What happens whenever right ventricle contracts? So blood is sent to the lung for purification through pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins is the only vein. Sorry, not here. Pulmonary vein is there. Here pulmonary artery is there. What is there? Pulmonary artery. You can see pulmonary artery is there. So this is connected through the right atrium. It is opening to the lung. So through the pulmonary artery, the impure blood is sent to the lung, where the diffusion of gases takes place, and carbon dioxide is diffuses out of the blood, and oxygen enter into the blood. When it combines with the hemoglobin, so it will form HbO2. Again, that blood comes to the left atrium through pulmonary vein. See, generally veins, they will ask you these questions. Veins are, which is the vein which carries a, name the vein which carries the oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein is the only vein which carries water, oxygenated blood. Also, they may ask you, name the artery which carries a deoxygenated blood. Artery generally carries water, pure blood. But you can see here, pulmonary artery is the only artery, okay, which is carrying deoxygenated blood. So what happens after the oxygenation of blood, the blood is coming to the left atrium through the pulmonary vein. Through the pulmonary vein, it comes to the left atrium. Whenever atrium contracts, that blood is sent to the left ventricles. Okay. Here also valves is there, that is called as what? Bicuspid valves, also called as mitral valves. Okay, you can see here, left atrium collects the pure blood from the lungs and pumps the blood to the left ventricles. Okay, so pulmonary veins, what it is doing, carries the blood from the lungs to the heart. Okay, here AV valves are there. AV valves, what it will do, AV valves between the atrium and ventricles prevents the backflow of the blood from ventricles to the atrium. AV valves are there. Valves actually function is what? To prevent the allow the unidirectional flow of the liquid. Okay, so blood from the left atrium, it goes to the left ventricle. Then next, what happens when the ventricle contracts, the blood from the left ventricle is sent to the different parts of the body through aorta. Okay, so aorta, you can see, supply pure blood to the various parts of the body. Okay, as the blood is coming 2 times in the heart, that's why it is also called as what? Double circulation. Is it clear? So this is very important concept, sir. We'll see the remaining part of the lessons in the next video.